What up, reader fam? Today I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts, opinions, and feels on WAPA! The You I've Never Known by Ellen Hopkins. This video is being sponsored by Simon & Schuster, but know that all my thoughts, opinions, and feels are my own. Now also, I want to just point this out. Do not read the description of this book. Do not do it! It will spoil the major plot twist in this story. Even though I think the plot twist is pretty easy to point out towards the beginning of the story, it still kind of ruins that element of surprise. Because you just kind of see what's coming if you've read the description. So don't read the description. Don't be like me. Don't do it. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview on this book that doesn't spoil the book. This story follows two different girls who are both in troubled situations. We've got Ariel, who is living with her father, and he is just pretty much terrible to her, and he's also hiding something really big from Ariel. And on the other hand, we follow Maya, who has just had enough of her abusive mother, and so she decides to take her life into her own hands and run away. And through all this, she finds out that she's expecting a baby. Eventually, these two stories collide, but I will let you find out how that all goes down, because you gotta read this book to find out. I ain't gonna spoil it for you. Something that I found really interesting about this book is that this book is based off of a situation that Ellen Hopkins herself went through. If you read the author's note at the end of the story, Ellen Hopkins kind of opens up about how this is something that actually happened to her in her life. Obviously, it's a fictionalized version of what she went through, but she still went through a situation like this. And I can't imagine how difficult it was to revisit this story for her. If you've read this story, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I would not be able to relive that situation. I feel like it would be a very emotional experience to relive through writing, but maybe on the other hand, it was very therapeutic for her. I read this book in literally one sitting, and not because it's just one that's like really easy to get into and one that's really easy to read, but because I just got so engrossed in this story. If you didn't know, Ellen Hopkins writes her books in verse, but with this book, something that I really liked is that while she still mainly writes in verse, she also has some passages that are written in prose. Our main character Ariel's narrative is written in verse, and then Maya, the other character that we follow, is written in journal entries, and I just really liked seeing those two styles kind of come together. A major theme in this story is home and family, and the idea of what a home or family should look like, and we all have different ideas as to what that should look like. And I think in this book it's not necessarily a family by blood, but we see our main character Ariel creating a home and a family through the people that she's friends with. Her father isn't really there for her, and he's not really somebody that she can confide in, even though he constantly says, "I'm always there for you, Ariel. You can tell me anything." He's not really that way at all. He never comes through. There's also this beautiful theme of hope in this book and just never giving up, and how important it is to hold on to hope no matter what situation you're facing. Finally, I have to say that I loved the characters in this book more so than any of other Ellen Hopkins books. I don't know why, but I was just so drawn to the characters in this book. They're definitely my favorite characters that Ellen Hopkins has ever written about. They were just fleshed out so well and felt like real people. They had really great personalities and distinctions between the different characters, and they all had like hobbies and things. She just did a really great job with the characters in this book. So those are all my thoughts, opinions, and feels on The You I've Never Known by Ellen Hopkins. I really enjoyed this book, and I can definitely recommend it. So if you have not checked out an Ellen Hopkins book, then I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Also, another Ellen Hopkins book that you should check out is Burned. So read this one first, and then read the Burned duology. You guys should let me know down below if you plan to pick up this book and read it. You definitely should, just saying. Also, let me know down below if you've read any of Ellen Hopkins' other books, and which one is your favorite. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so be sure and go and click subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.